the steal. I just sent out a straw poll on the PMLCS chat. So go ahead and vote for the MVP. So while we're waiting for the game 2 to load, we'll go ahead and open the straw poll until then. That being said, let's quickly discuss about previous game real quick when we're waiting for the pro draft real quick. So last game. Compared to last game and this game, how do you think it should be different in order for literally team name to come back?
I think the biggest thing is they just need to. I mean, one, I just think you just need to reset your mindset. It being the fact that we are not a professional league, any comp can beat any comp on any given day.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily think there was necessarily huge comp issues. I just think it was execution. And I mean, in the early game, you could tell it could have gone either way. It was just one or two plays happened that that S10 made that kind of started snowballing him in the game. You got Kane coming in over the Dragon Wall, stealing that dragon away. That gave them Dragon Soul right there. That was a big flipping point. And there was just a couple fights in there, and you saw in the like in the top lane, there was just, and I think it was that literally Kamish was a little bit behind, and so it was just hard to. I mean, you can't itemize if you don't have the money to be able to buy. And when you've got a Teemo shoving the lane in so hard and just poking you out, there's not a whole lot you can do there. It's just a painful lane. So little things like maybe give the Shen another, gank or two. I think at one point he was doing pretty fine, but Teemo's damage just starts to take over. You get one play where Teemo wins, and it could just shift the matchup essentially.
Yep, I would agree with that. Let's go ahead and go switch. I can't talk today. Switch over to the pro draft real quick, and we got literally team name on the blue side, and season 10 on the is that right? On the red side. First three bands coming in for literally team name are going to be Caitlyn, Kane, and Mordekaiser, while season 10 bands Ilaoi, Aphelios, and Syndra. I kind of saw the Kane bang coming. Did you? Because I definitely.
I could definitely. Neil the Steel's really good at Kane. He's a very good jungler overall. Kane's mobility is just a problem, and the fact that he does so much damage. And when you go red Kane, you do get decently beefy, so it just helps keep you alive, and you can get into the backline. And I mean, he was 1v1ing the Shen, and that the Shen's a tank. You should be tanky enough to be able to stop a Shen, but Shen was just like going in, half healthing him after just one rotation, and then just autoing him to death.
Yeah, so that's not okay.
It's definitely, obviously, since it was so strong in the first game, definitely a good ban. But then for a little team name, you see we get Nunu coming in.
I think that's for Keegan, maybe.
Interesting. And then you see the Nami Misfortune, which I really like. I think that's a really strong bully lane. Because you can get so much poke, you can get so much harass in there, and late game, you get a bubble and you get the Nami wave on top of a Misfortune ult, and it's just locked people in place. But on the other half of that, you get a Sivir Leona, which is a super just aggressive, let's run forward at them style comp. This lane is going to be so volatile. It's going to come down to whoever wins the first trades, realistically. And even then, I think there's going to be a lot of jungle pressure in the spot lane from both sides. Because you get a Nunu ball coming in, knocks them up on top of Nami bubble, and then Misfortune's damage is just going to blow people up. But if you get on the other side, we don't know their jungler yet for S10, but you land a Leona, stun, and it's just kind of game over with Sivir Q and the auto reset with your W. So much damage can be put out on either side. It's up to, I think, literal team name to be able to kite that out and dodge. You dodge the skill shots of Leona, it's over. She can't do anything at that point. So.
And Master Yi coming in, is that the right pick here? Am I seeing that right?
I would not doubt it in the slightest. Because it's actually very strong into Nunu. Because one, if he goes to snowball in, you just Q and you dodge it, and then you sit there and auto attack him. And you build to itemize against the Nunu. Nunu gonna build a lot of health items, and Yi ends up building, your Blade of the Ruined King, your Ginsu's Rage Blade, which just shreds through health bars. So, I think it's a good pick there.
I don't think
especially since you've already got a beefy Leona. It's not a
yep.
bad thing.
So with the LTN team looks like it's completed with Nunu, Nami, Misfortune, Rise, and Akali. Gotta say, there's not enough attack damage, the AD damage that's coming in from literally team name. Nunu, Nami, Rise, Akali all being main source of AP, especially Akali and Rise having really heavy dose of AP. I'm really afraid that if Misfortune dies, that's not gonna be no AD. So if they build a lot of MR, it's gonna be really hard for literally team name to go and initiate any fight because of the magic resistance. But that being said, we got Sion coming in for season 10. So it actually looks like it's got to be either Rise Sion or Akali Sion in top matchup. Um, I say Rise is they're both bully. I don't like facing either Rise or Akali for different reasons, but I don't know how Sion would do either on top lane against those two.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure of how that matchup would go for. I feel like Sion would be better into Akali, just simply because Akali doesn't have as easy trade backs
Hmm.
into the Sion. Like you land a Q whereas Ryze can just sit there and spam abilities.
I mean, I guess so, but the Rise is I guess ultimately the Rise is gonna scale into Oblivion later, and Cyan MR is gonna be kind of like pretty still rough to have. Like even if you have the MR Rise damage, it's gonna be pretty nuts. So at the end, it's gonna be how you choose a fight because I'm looking at the little team named Team Comp, right? Oh no, actually I lied. I'm a liar. That's a Kali top. There's no doubt that's a Kali top. Because it's literally Kamish.
Literally Kamish. Yep. Makes sense.
Plays Akali. It makes a lot of sense. Again, I don't know how I feel about that. Although I'll say Akali does an excellent job against the melee champions, but Sion is particularly pretty good, especially with this a large hitbox with the abilities and shield and the even like a slow just CC tank doing a lot of damage.
But see, we were talking about how there's not a whole lot of AD on the team of side. I'm not all that worried about it. Like, yes, you'll have a Leona, you'll have a tanky Sion, sure, but Leona's more or less going to be building health. Like you typically see the stone plate being the first item now, and that gives a little bit of armor, a little bit of magic resist. It's a really strong item now because it is still super cheap, and it just gives you so much right off the bat.
So that
with that being said, I mean, you're gonna have a late game Rise and an Assassin Akali coming through, and a Misfortune ult on top of that. Okay, even if you get rid of Misfortune, guess what? You have to deal with a late game Rise, where if you get your Sivir or Ahri or Master Yi blown up, or even if you get multiple blown up, like that means that Rise and Akali can just run over your team, and that AD damage ain't gonna make a difference.
I'm not gonna lie, I think how I see this game is gonna be solely depend on how Leona prepares. The reason being, with the season 10 team comp, we got Sivir, Ahri, Master Yi, Sion, who can just like get in as soon as they can. They're really hard in engages with that team. And with that being said, Leona can be pretty flexible in terms of whether or not you want to be that same hard engage or peel for the carries that needs to be peeled for, right? And we just talked about the Kali being assassin and Rise doing a lot of DPS, so you can choose what needs to. Leona can choose what needs to happen, whether or not they go for a specific target specifically, like as soon as they burst them as soon as they can, or peel against a Kali. They can Leona can choose to do what's right at the moment, and that factor of choosing what to do is going to ultimately determine how the fights are going to turn out and decide the game. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think you're definitely going to see bot lane being the volatile thing. I think you're going to see more Yi just farming up, whereas Nunu can try and get the ganks off, which could be a big factor in this. Nunu ganks are, I'm going to say, a little bit more valuable than a Master Yi gank early in the game. And with the fact that, yes, Sivir's got a spell shield, but there are several things that she'll have to spell shield in a Nunu Nami versus Leona. It's like, okay, well, if you're trying to escape, what are you going to do? Are you going to, Zenith Blade into the team? No, you don't really have any escape other than Flash. And if you burn that, then it's just Nunu needs to just sit there and camp that lane hard. Because you get the Misfortune ahead, she'll one-shot people before they can do anything. Like, Master Yi is squishy, can get popped very easily. I think it's all going to come down through how does the bot lane matchup play out. All the
Hmm.
other lanes have, Ari's got your pick, yes, but you've got Ryze who's got the scaling. You've got Yi on the other side who's got the scaling. You've got an assassin in the Akali, assassin in the Ari. You got just the tanky interrupt champs in the Nunu and Sion. And then, I mean, you've got a massive more team fight, like AoE oriented in the Misfortune, but you've got the run at 'em comp, which is kind of what an Ari, a Leona, a Master Yi, and a Sion are looking to do. They're looking to run at you. So I think the Sivir complements that comp a little bit better than the Misfortune does this one.
Hmm. No, I could definitely see that. But either way, the both teams, I think they're viable in terms of like they have their own set winning conditions. Whether or not how they execute it and choose to beat that win condition is gonna ultimately factor in how easy the game is gonna be. Because I think both teams have potential to win, pretty easily. But the thing is, you just need to know what to do in right circumstances, and that's gonna be ultimately what changes the game for each of the team. That being said, literally Mike is taking Nunu and Milimp. I know Keegan likes a lot of Nunu and Milimp, but I guess he's sticking by support, and that's good. And let's talk about Misfortune real quick. Misfortune. I've seen a lot of pro players playing on solo queues just spam Misfortune. What happened? That made her so good right now?
I mean, I think she's just been very strong. And with the itemizing, people realize. I mean, she's very good for the team fight comps.
Yeah.
So she's just in a decent place. The problem I see is like, especially like into some of the new champions like Aphelios is gonna lose every time in that 1v1 matchup. But once again, if you have a nice team in front of you, like you're gonna have a Ryze, you're gonna have a Nami with you, you're gonna have a Nunu in front of you. If you can just sit back there and land a nice ultimate and a nice couple Qs onto the enemy team, I mean, you've done your job.
Hmm. I would have to definitely agree with that one. The thing that I kind of want to see is neither steals Master Yi. I never seen him play Master Yi, nor Master Yi is pretty common in LCS games. I know it's been played before, but new
It's kind of one of
players,
those PMA LCS like back
Electric
pocket.
Boogaloo.
Yeah, it's one of those back pocket picks where it's like you don't see it too often because uh, in our, I feel like in our meta, you see a lot of CC champions win games in a sense,
You're right
because
about that.
because and I like to say Sejuani even though Sejuani did not win in the last game, but it's just like those champions who are beefy who have the lockdown like a Leona for instance. If you lock down the team, they can't escape. And
Hmm.
it's very easy to catch somebody out of position, and if you lock them down with a couple skills, there's just no escape. There's nothing you can do. We don't see enough QSSs in our league. Just putting that out there, me included.
We also see a
But
lot of missed or alts in our league too. So
thank you. But real
that,
quick before we get into game, so we only had 5 people vote in our MVP vote, but it looks like Neil the Steel still took it 4-1 over the next person. So Neil the Steel is the uh, MVP of game one. In the chat, guys, going into this next game, let us know who you think is going to be the winner of this game with hashtag LTN win or hashtag S10 win, or for you real OGs, hashtag BAT win.
yeah.
Trademark.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, Dylan. I hope you're in chat.
Bring back bat. Bring back bat, dude. I still have the picture of the bat, by the way. That was like one of the most amazing pics. Wait, we took picture right of the. Was that you or
Oh yeah,
someone else?
oh, of course. Yeah, we
The
were the
Ginyu
Ginyu
Force?
Force. Damn right, it was us.
Okay, okay. I
Come
think I
on.
have the picture of it. I might post later.
All right, so
Um,
pause it at 10, like we
Tens.
normally would.
All right, Parker, you ready for round 2? Here we go. Let's do it.
Are you here? Are you muted?
I am here.
Also, if you want to join into conversation, you're more than ready. Feel free to. Just because we're the caster and you're the streamer, that doesn't give you. That doesn't mean you have to shut up the entire time. If you want to join in, feel free. Plus a 10.
Just at 10.
All right, I'll count us off. Before that, I'll switch the menu.
Let me
Teams
get
around.
everything. Let me get everything set up real quick.
Yep. Perfect. And let me know when you're
That's
ready.
yeah, that's part of the reason why we do that is it gets everybody on the same page and everybody's got the stuff in order.
Also,
Makes it easy.
Parker, real quick, top left, bottom left, there should be like a fog of war area, the camera. Click on the little eyeball button, the eye button, interface visibility. Click on it, and then click on objective timers,
Oh, okay.
and
And on
it's
the
gonna
right
show you
side,
when it's gonna be
yeah.
up. Perfect. Are we all good? Let me know when you're ready.
Yes, we're good.
All right.
Sorry, forgot to move around people.
Let me know when you're ready.
Scoreboard.
You can hit O.
Oh.
I believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. O.
All right, we're starting in 5. On
Wait.
go.
Sorry.
Oh,
He's
that's
not
fine.
hit
That's
that
fine.
right yet.
Working on it real quick.
I thought you said you were ready.
And,
My bad.
We've got Rise in the mid lane and Akali in
Correct.
the top lane.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just
So
too
we should
anxious.
be good.
All right. On go. Starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoop whoop. All right. If you haven't already, get those hashtags in. Let's see it.
Let's see it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see it.
All right. Are we going to see any sort of invades? It looks like that S10 is sort of fanning out here. All as we see the literal team is looking to just stand here and see if they're going to get invaded. Looks like they are not.
Yeah, it's gonna be just standard for the
Oh, awkward.
season 10.
Cyan leveled his shield first. Lol. That is not your cue for the early invades.
Oh wow, that's not good at all.
Hashtag pro tip. Until you see the enemy, don't level a skill.
Are you telling me as Azir, you need to level up Q first? Is that what you want from me?
Yeah. I want you to level up your ult first.
Ah, dude, I'm not Udyr. Hello, hello. I'm not Udyr. Dude, actually, you know what's funny? You know what champion I actually almost never played? Udyr. Never played Udyr. I know it's fun. Well, some people say it's fun. I don't know, man. It just seems one-dimensional. That's just me. But the looks like the both of the junglers starting from the bot side, literally Mike getting the rep up, and with Master Yi getting that blue up to start. My guess is they're gonna start pathing towards top side, try to get level 3, gank mid or top from there. So it's gonna be pretty imperative for them to prepare the waves so they are enemies are susceptible to gank. But as we said before, Nunu have a better ganking potential than Master Yi. You know what I want to see is invisible Nunibug this game.
Oh god, I don't want to see that. Just depressing.
Alright, where the rest
Daddy's
are
just
at.
looking to run down the commission in the top lane. Does take the less favorable trade because he didn't pop his shield, even though that's what he leveled first when he went in for that trade.
Honestly,
Damage back.
it could have been worse. And with SW, you might actually get, a bonus health, because of the passive.
Yeah.
That's actually a 200 IQ. And that grass with the Undying doing a lot of work for Sion.
Yeah, definitely helped out there. The biggest thing that I'm gonna look for is when you actually start getting into some of those fights. You see Akali does have the Conqueror build, so he's gonna be able to win the extended trades.
Hear me out. Press the attack Akali.
No,
I know. I just want to see your reaction.
Omni Stone, obviously.
Oh, you got my attention, sir. You got my attention. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot. Oh, and Akali goes and pops the shroud, but goes right into the center of it afterwards. And we're seeing both junglers here on the top side. Oh, you get the Ahri coming in for the pressure. Is gonna hit the charm. And Master Yi goes in. Looks like, Yi gets locked down. Very nice by literally Nate to stop the Yi from going in. If he hadn't have hit that, the Yi could have flashed for another auto, possibly picked up the kill there. And then you're looking at a huge swing. But very nice charm, very nice flash to get away, very nice stuff from Nate to lock the Yi in place so nothing else transpired.
Yeah, you know that actually could have been a lot worse. If they would have, that charm was actually excellent charm, and as we
Very
say
nice
that,
charm.
a lot of trades coming in mid lane.
Oh, trades coming in every lane. Oh, literally, Kamish is so close. Very nice escape there with the E to get backwards enough to get out of Scion's range. Oh, we've got a nice spell shield, and it's gonna be just dead right onto the Nami.
Wow.
Gets stunned up, gets ignited. There is nothing that Keegan could do there to survive. Just got popped. Nice spell shield from Freedom Penguin on the bubble, and then just instant burst. Very nice
Ah,
played.
that was a lot of damage. I actually didn't expect that much damage either. Not gonna lie. But you know you gotta say the Freedom Penguin and Revamp CE, the with the Leona passive, you know, just does additional damage with each ability that he lands. It's
Well,
ultimately gonna end up.
like I was saying earlier, you've got that, and then you've got Sivir, who's got the Q, who's got an auto reset there as well. Rise going in to get some damage. No mana on Mudkips here, but literally Nate is not going to have enough room to be able to do anything. Literally Kamish looking to come in here onto this sign. There's no mana on the sign. Does come back in with the E there. Gets the Conqueror proc, but can't chase him down. Juiced by Daddy, still had Flash available as well, so not something you want to try and go for the super extended trades for.
My question is, why did he stop? What was hindering for him to stop? It's my question.
I think he knew that he was close enough to the tower. They both had Flash, and I think his just round of skills were down, so I don't think he could.
Oh,
there
that was
anything
my
he could
fault.
continue
Yeah,
to chase.
you're right. You're right. I thought just about Daddy burns flash for some reason. I know I can see it on the screen, but I don't know for some reason I saw it. They burned it. So I was like, why'd you stop chasing? That makes a lot of sense now. Thanks for clarifying. But right now, lanes are pretty chill. Nothing big is happening.
Oh, Juiced by Daddy stopped that Q early. Could have held it a little bit longer to try and get a little bit more damage off. Here comes the shield coming in now. Lots of damage coming out. Ooh, nice Q there.
Ooh,
And
that's a lot of
then the heal on top of that. That's some great damage, but you got the minions coming in. Oh, Kali goes in. Gonna get knocked up still. You've got... Oh,
Ooh.
literally Kamish picking that up.
No, Neil.
The Scion passes, picks up the kill. Neil Steel flashes in needlessly.
Neil, no. No, Neil.
He's got the large rod idea here, but it was just needlessly long there.
Oh, you needed to stop.
So yeah. So now on the other side, because they saw Master Yi in the top lane, you've got Nunu starting up the dragon here with Nami. Should be able to pick that up easily. This is the first Drake. It is going to be the Mountain Drake, which it will be good for the side of Literal Team because you've got, you know, the Nunu who's looking to get tanky.
Not even
Very good for that
Nunu.
purpose.
Just overall having that resistance, because resistance is the anyone can use resistance, and it's that if you live at 1 HP, you know that Mountain Drake did his job, right? So ultimately, anyone can use a Mountain Drake. Honestly, not a bad Drake to get.
Yeah, +6 armor and magic resist.
I thought a percentage, no?
6% armored magic resist, which is the only issue with it is because it is percentage. If you're not building any, you really don't get a whole lot from it. So it's like the tankier your team is, the better off it is. Nice clear there from Juice Me Daddy, but literally Kamish is going in again. I don't know if he has the damage this time because he had used everything else. Oh, hits the nice Q. Oh, you got the flash in onto literally Keegan. Again, the heal comes out. He's going to stay alive, and then Freedom Penguin is going to go down on the other side. Literally Stewart doing a lot of damage. Going to turn this around. Clutch heal coming in. Oh, you've got the Scion ult. Going to cancel it before he gets under tower. Very smart move there. Don't think he was going to be able to take out that Nunu. Very well played there.
I'm not sure if he wanted to stop there. I think he actually could have kept going, in my opinion.
Oh, the ult in. Charm misses. Gonna hit some damage, but literally Nate dodging around really well. Gets out of the things that count, which means the charm.
Man, literally Nate right now playing 3D chess and
going back in again, kiting out the shield. Not gonna be quite enough with the ultimate. Still trying to go in. Juiced by Daddy is being very aggressive here. Flash in by literally Kamish and is gonna get taken down. Neil the Steel doesn't have flash this time to get in there. Juiced by Daddy's just gonna try and push out this wave.
Honestly, Juice by Daddy agreed it's really hard with the flash. You should have flashed, and that's what you don't want to see. We talked about Kali being a little bit of a bully against Sion, and it's only gonna get worse. That the magic resist is not gonna help her early, especially when Akali's finished wielding Gunblade. She's gonna have sustain, and she's gonna have damage, and it's gonna be really difficult for a melee champion like Sion to do anything about that until he finalizes all the MR items. Until then, top lane is just gonna be worse and worse. And right now, it's gonna be a big start of lead for Akali. And while I say that, a lot of damage coming in. That was a lot of damage coming in mid lane. OP, you alive? I think we lost OP. OP, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Anyways, I'll do a PvP.
Sorry, my bad. I'm back now.
Oh, he's back.
Having dog issues. Okay, so we're back in the game. What did I miss? Anything juicy?
Yeah, there's a lot of damage coming in that came out just now against Nunu, but barely survived just now. But overall, pretty close call in mid lane.
Ooh. Alright, so Sion now has the Bomby Cinder, gonna trade back a little bit, has a Null Magic Mandel, and a little bit of extra health, so these trades, until Kali gets a little bit extra damage, should be pretty okay at this point for the Sion. Oh my goodness. That was just an auto in the shield and took down, you know, close to a quarter of his health bar.
And here comes the ulti.
The Q misses though. Oh, and he's gonna keep going in for the trades, but the shield is massive.
You can win this.
Oh, the flash! Why did we just get taken to the bot lane? What's going on? Direct to camera. Okay, well either way, it looks like Sion does get out there. Nice charm coming in from Mudkips. Not gonna ult in over the wall for that. A little bit of damage coming in, but give Ryze the open space and he's going to chunk you down.
And you're absolutely right about that. And you want to be careful. Literally, Nate, as we talk, is scaling 20 CS over Mudkips right now, and it's only gonna get worse. And not gonna lie, the bot lane, other than the CS disparity, a little bit less for literally Stewart, but it was actually pretty even. Not gonna lie, and it's kind of this game, definitely a lot more close game than that was for the first game.
Yeah, once again, for S10, kind of a similar comp, I feel like, at this point in the game, is they're looking for the picks. They've still got the Ahri, except for this time, they've got a Leona to try and go in and make those picks as well. Oh, I'm sorry, the Ahri flipped for this game. But they've got the Ahri, and they're trying to make the picks. Oh, and then the Nunu snowballs into the wall, not able to get anything onto the Master Yi, but they are in position for this dragon. I don't know if they want to go for it, knowing how many people are here. They are going to back off. The Sivir comes in. Charm going in is going to hit there, but you've got a massive misfortune ult coming over the team. Can they turn it? They're trying to turn it. The Master Yi goes in, is going to die. Freedom Penguin is so low, but is not dead yet. Juiced by Daddy is so low, and then is going to get taken out by literally Commish there. All in all, ends up being a 1-for-1, and that's it. Freedom Penguin gets out by the skin of his teeth. Just so close. The charm lands onto literally Mike, and he's going to get taken down by Mudkips. What a charm. And the pop damage coming in. Freedom Penguin has healed up a lot, though. Got the little plant. And then with some pots, it looks like is just so much, like, got half his health bar back, coming from what was nearly 5 health.
And there's a lot of bloody fight going on right now, and that's what you need. Urgent Drake is a lot of one of the best dragons out right now for the HP restoration.
Oh, literally Commish goes in, gets charmed up, is gonna get taken down there. Nice Leona engage. Oh, and then you've got Juiced by Daddy coming back in. Master Yi comes in, tries to get a Q, and they are gonna pick up the kill, which means this is gonna be a free dragon there. A little bit over aggressive there for the side of Literal Team, and S10 made them pay. No steal gonna be able to come in there by the Ryze.
You know, if
Dragons are 1-for-1, you are going to see another Cloud Drake spawning. So both teams right now 3 dragons away from Soul.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the season 10 would benefit a lot more with the Cloud Drake, especially with their engage solely depending on their ultimates. It's gonna really make sure the game becomes a lot more faster paced. On the opposite spectrum a bit, having that all cooldown is gonna really help with Nami disengage and engage, as well as towards the Misfortune ultimate, just like raining down the bullets into the enemy team. And you saw last fight with Misfortune, that
Yeah,
little
the
corridor, and you're just like shooting down that a lot of fire bullets. That's a lot of damage coming in. Almost turned the fight entirely just with
Yeah.
one ulti.
At one point, the Misfortune ult hit 5 people, but for most of the fight, it was just almost full ulted 3 people on their team.
Yeah, imagine having a lethality, like having a Yomus completed when that happened. That would have been demolished the actual team right there.
Yeah. In this case, and in most cases nowadays, the Misfortune always will build the S3 rare. It looks like Akali being way over aggressive is going to get taken out. Master Yi coming in there for the cleanup. Charm coming in onto the Nunu, and oh my gosh,
That's
that
a
is
lot of
so
damage.
much damage.
Yeah, Ari's Charm.
Nunu
I mean,
here,
I'm
Nunu
finding
here
a lot
has
of
the
damage.
Skirmisher Saber and then a Negatron Cloak. So absolutely no health at this point in the game. Doesn't pick up a Cinder Hulk yet.
Which I don't
Which is
get
what
that
I would
because
definitely recommend.
yeah, I don't get that because Cinderhawk ultimately helps faster clear too, and you need that faster clear in order to get the level. And if you look at the difference, there's a giant jungle disparity in level right now. Master Yi, level 10, farming a lot of jungle. And if you look at
45,
literally
50,
Mike,
50
level 7.
difference in farm.
And that's huge in jungle. It's not a lot. It's like each camp gives you like a 60, 70 gold, and it's like especially a lot of XP. That's a lot of golden experience you're missing, literally, Mike. Ganking is nice, but the thing about this being a jungler, you have to balance between being able to get the CS or the farm for the jungle
Oh, Nunu coming in here for the engage. Revan's kind of caught out there.
and
Does get the
engaging.
flash off.
Ooh.
And the Nunu snowball still going to hit there. Are they going to land the root there? Or not going to be able to land the root? The damage coming back in from Freedom Penguin. Literally, Mike has to flash out. Oh, the Misfortune ult Freedom Penguin is going to pick him up. Nami is, and then ends up being a 2-for-1 with flashes blown on the side of Literal Team.
Man, that's like both of the Misfortune ulti are so close every time. It just doesn't meet the requirement. It's like not enough damage just to kill, but it's so dang close every dang time.
Yeah, see, and now it's becoming a problem because Leona and Scion are getting so tanky, and the side of Literal just does not have the damage anymore. Like, look at the trades there. Akali's trying to go in for trades and is just getting chunked to half health, while Scion is still, at over 2/3, almost 3/4 health bar still.
And that's what I'm talking about with the a lot of damage coming in from the MR and magic resist. It's gonna be a lot more difficult for the literally team name to execute their abilities in fights, because based on how the team comp is made, just by the season 10, it's really like a front to back comp. Like you see the tanks in the front, and you're just gonna die if you're not careful.
You do engage coming in, but the snowball, being that he's right there, is not going to come in. Sion's going to be able to ult and then has to flash out, but in the bot lane, we're seeing an engage. Mudkips ends up being able to pick up the Nami there. Dragon's coming up here in about a minute, so they're not going to be able to get that. They're going to try and push down onto the tower, but there's not a whole lot of wave there. Literally, Nate ults towards the Rift Herald?
Huh. Maybe they just wanted to check it out. It's not about
Possibly.
the actual. Maybe it's not about the actual thing, but more of a principle. Oh, you never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's all about proving a point sometimes, and definitely made a point right there.
So, I mean, in the end, a 1-for-1 tower trade going. It gets the mid lane for the bot. Arguably, the mid lane's a little bit better, but at this point, Literal Team's already behind a few towers. Snowball coming in, not going to be up now for when they try and go on their team. Looks like the Season 10 bot lane is just running through the jungle here, trying to get out. Oh, Sivir might be caught here. It's just going to try and execute to the tower. No, it's not going to. Going to get caught here. Going to take down literally Stewart there. Flashes in onto
Freedom
Keegan.
Penguin
Is going hard, but is not. Oh, the flash in from the Rise! So much damage coming out. You're not going to be able to escape this one, but it's a valiant effort.
Whoa. You're not even giving credit to enough to literally Freedom Penguin. I think he could have honestly could have done 1v5 right there,
I mean, definitely looked really good there. Just going in on the Misfortune. Tried super hard to get the Nami, but Nami had the heal just enough to stay alive, and that was all that took. Meanwhile, oh, you get the charm in
Oh,
there,
wow.
but it actually pulls literally Kamish out of the way of the REQ. Lots of damage coming in here by literally Nate, but it's going to get just ulted here by multiple people. Going to get taken down. Juice Daddy is still alive. Going to get finally taken out. Misfortunal coming in here,
that's huge.
but is not going to do enough damage.
Oh,
Master Yi coming in. Doesn't have another Q. Is gonna get the next Q. Is gonna survive just long enough to take out the Nunu and then die. Overall, I mean, that for literal team, not too bad of a fight. Like, it ended up working out decently well. I'm gonna say that.
it's
Because while it ended up being a 4, in that fight it was a 4 for 3. They also caught Freedom Penguin, so in essence it was a 4 for 4.
but here's the thing though. Same as last game. Ari 5-0-4. Unkill currently. So my question is Season 10 gonna lose this game? Because last time it was literally team name with Nate. Literally team name with Nate being Ari popping up going all the way up to 8-0, but still ended up losing. Although I will say this, with the Season 10, the rest of the team are doing relatively good. And now that the Kali finished the Gunblade, it's gonna do a lot more damage, but Cyan already completed 2 items compared to Akali's 1. And
Yeah.
that's gonna be detrimental.
Only about 10 in farm, so not a big disparity difference there. Although Akali has 5 kills, their gold is only at 200 gold apart. So Akali's finished probably a more expensive, maybe a little bit more expensive item. I'm not exactly sure on the exact cost of those, but Cyan's becoming a part of these plays. He's becoming a massive issue. Literally, Kamish is taking a lot of damage here. You can't keep stepping up to the Cyan, especially if that's going to happen.
Man.
The Cyan ult was available, but we're seeing Ryze ult come into the bot lane. Neil the Steel, however, is just going on to literally Mike. They're going to hit the slow and the root there. Not
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Oh no!
Nami gets charmed up and then just destroyed by the Leona there.
That is
Literally
classic
Mike once again.
Hansu word. That's a classic Hansu word right there.
Literally, Mike still doesn't have the full jungle item either. Does have a Gargoyle Stone Plate, but Gargoyle Stone Plate gives you no health at all.
No, it does not. And you need to complete
that's a
Cinderhawk
lot
first.
of damage, though. That's a lot of damage.
My
Daddy is very low. Freedom Penguin's about half health. This is a time that they could try to engage. Yes, it's a 4v5, but get a good MF ult like you've been doing, and that could be the changer of the fight and the game.
I'm still stuck on the entire part where Cyan, I'm sorry, not Cyan, the Nunu, didn't finish his Cinderhawk yet, and because that is one of the biggest items you need to get as a jungler, especially if it's tank jungler. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to clear it at all. You have no way, you have no clear for the jungle. You have no health, so you're pretty much out dead weight.
Problem. Down 3 levels, gonna get charmed up again by this Ari and just instantly taken out. Down over double in farm to this Master Yi at this point. It's just becoming a problem where he's just not able to farm. He's not able to do anything. Nice dodge out there by literally Kamish on the Scion ulti, but I don't know if that's going to matter because, okay, that was a nice ult escape there. Mid lane tower in the meantime is going down. Literally Kamish just does get to walk away. Oh, Neil the Steel is here. Gonna get the flash under tower, but doesn't have enough escape to be able to get away, and is gonna get taken down by Neil the Steel.
And look at what everyone's building on Season 10. We got Adaptive Helm, we got the Wit's End, we got the Negatron Claw coming in for Leona as well. So all the tanks and the even the damage dealer, Master Yi, are building correctly in a way that magic reduction will resist, I should say. It's kind of coming to a clutch fact that the only unfortunate thing is they didn't get the mountain, which would amplify their magic resistance even farther to make him harder to fight. But either way, things are pretty looking not that great for literally team name.
Yeah, things are looking pretty rough. Your only hope is that Ryze can somehow get the damage going. Unfortunately, he's not going for the damage build. He's going for more the tanky style build that you see a lot of. So he's looking to get the what is the move speed item called? He's looking. What? No.
Oh, the
Sorry,
Righteous
Righteous Glory.
I'm
So
sorry,
he
that's right.
goes for the Righteous Glory build, and then I'm assuming here he's going for the Rylai's build. So he's going for more of the beefy build, which I don't know if that's. I feel like at this point in the game. Oh, and then never mind.
I like how like you didn't even have a chance to cast that. It just like looked at it and just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
fine. And that's
I
exactly
almost-
what I'm talking about. Just quick engage, and if you pick someone out from there, it's over. You'll be fine from that one.
And at this point, honestly, you don't even have to worry about killing the jungler because Nunu can't get into the Baron to be able to even have a chance to steal it. Is now, I can't even see level at this point. I think is at least 4 levels down on Kneel to Steal here.
And there you go. Red team has slain Baron Nashor. It's only gonna be worse. And the goal disparity right now, 11k in favor of season 10. What it started to be something even.
Kneel to Steal just picked up a Ginsu, so has a Ginsu's Wit's End and a Blood Razor.
Oh god.
Good luck, stopping, because, the damage on your team is magic damage at this point. Stuart's got a lot of damage, but it's hard for Misfortune to be able to do anything without getting dove by an Ahri, Leona, and Master Yi while trying to kite out against the Scion.
Yeah, remember what I talked about earlier about the winning conditions? And season 10 really did well playing with the win condition, engaging quick and easy, just getting rid of the champion on the other side as soon as it can with the ultimate engages. And I think their engage is a lot easier to execute than that of the literally team name. But again, Ahri still not has been killed, doing decent damage to mitigate in the between. And Nita Steel just has so much damage right now, and here he goes, and that's it.
And is just going to try and 1v3 here, and is going to be able to do it. Nice flash away is not going to matter, though. He might be going down. Oh my god, the lifesteal.
And the Goons is good. The Goons are in the with
does get taken down. That's a lot of shutdown gold going over to this Ryze. Ryze can try and take over this fight, but look how tanky
Leona it is.
Ryze still very healthy, putting out a lot of damage, though. This is an okay fight here if the Ryze keeps engaging.
Oh, if the bubble would have hit, that would have been a guaranteed kill against the Scion, but literally Nate does have a blue buff. They can sustain for a long time. Wave clear is there. The only problem is it is a Baron minion, so it's going to be pretty difficult for them to do anything.
Yeah, and that whole fight you had Mudkips just splitting on the bot side. Ooh, literally Nate getting a nice stun there onto Mudkips, but it doesn't matter because just ults away.
Yeah, this game is looking really grim for a literally team name. The Baron cannons. There's 4 cannons right now
3
on the field.
3 cannons on the bot side, 2 on the top side now. Towers is going to go down instantly. Ahri does get picked off, so it will stall the game for the moment.
Meanwhile, Scion's getting top lane with the Baron minion, and it's just destroyed all. It's going to be 3 inhibitors. They don't even need the next dragon. They can just end right now if they wanted to, with the sheer amount of minions they have.
Oh, that was a nice ult to stop the engage there.
But it looks like they're going to go ahead and get out and just safely go back, get some item, and gonna end the game as soon as they have more items.
Ryze has his Rylai's now, and ends up going with a needlessly large rod, so we'll have plenty of damage for this next fight, but I don't think it's going to matter, and literally Kamish is going to be caught out again here. There's just nowhere he can go. Oh, the Ryzel comes in, is going to try and help out. Lots of damage coming in. Is it going to be enough here, though? Yeah, they're going to be able to...
Oh my!
Yeah, they are able to take down Kneel to Steal there. So
okay.
That's actually pretty crucial there if they want to be able to stall out this game at all. Because realistically, Master Yi could probably just ignore them and go straight in for the base. Meanwhile, Freedom Penguin's going to try and take this top inhib, the 3rd one. I think that's something you need to be trying to stop that. They're going to try, but Freedom Penguin's looking for it. Is going to get knocked up here. Going to get hit with multiple bubbles. The Ryze is able to take down the Sivir there, and they're able to also take down the Leona, which means Scion's in here all by himself.
Oh,
Ahri's coming in. Look
But
at how
super
tanky
minions-
this Scion is, though. With the Gargoyle Stoneplate coming in, does get knocked out by the bubble. Doesn't have ult. Oh, you've got Ari, or you've got Akali trying to go in onto the Ari there. It's not going to be able to get it. Ari gets the charm up there, and it's going to take out literally Kamish,
Wow.
but Scion's still in the base tanking up. They just don't have enough. Does he have his ult coming up soon? No, he does not, so he's not going to be able to escape here. He is going to be able to pick up the inhib, however, with his passive.
There's a lot of unpack here. They did get the inhibitor, but right now they're just throwing away a lot of gold. It's like, hey, you look like you need some money. Here you go, and just giving a lot of generous donation over to
Yeah,
literally team name.
you've got Rise, who has another 1,600 gold. That's another needlessly large rod that he can get for this next fight. MF there picks up a cloak of agility, so it's going to have a little bit more crit. Has probably 75% crit right now. Not too bad. Kali, unfortunately, is just going for a Morelos. Doesn't even have a full Morelos yet at this point. Not a whole lot that she can do there. And especially just getting picked off by this Master Yi in the side lane every time trying to pick up some farm. It's basically going to be Nunu, go throw yourself away, stop, so let the Rise actually be able to do some damage in these fights. Oh no.
So that being said, with
Rise
the Wind Drake,
sold the needlessly large rod and to get a Void Staff.
voice that is not a bad idea. Although I
It's
wouldn't
not
say
a bad idea, but you also sold it.
I mean, I don't think it's the worst idea. I think they should have gone for voice staff first, if anything. Instead of just reselling it. Reselling value really significant decreases the value of it. Unfortunately, yes, that may be the case. And they're just gonna run in with their
They're just
movement speed.
going for the end here.
It's
Akali's actually doing a lot. Neil the Steels goes down there. Akali's getting a lot of damage done back there, but I don't think it's going to matter. Sivir is about to go down here. Sivir goes down there, defending the Nexus really well here. I don't know if they can do it here. Nunu is trying his hardest, but in the meantime, while Rise is chasing everybody around, Scion's going on the Nexus here. Is Rise going to be able to do it? No, he's not going to be able to take down this Ahri. Probably will take down the Leona here.
Oh
Rise
my god, the super minions, dude!
Yeah, look, you can see the damage that literally Nate can put out here, but he's got all the super minions to deal with as well. Not to mention the tanky Scion over there. Look how much mana and damage he does, but it just is not going to matter because he can't do it all at the same time. Although he's trying, just not going to be able to do it. Good game. Whew.
That's a good game coming in for season 10 again.
Oh my goodness, though. Like, if Literal Team could have stalled it out, or if they would have just been able to slow things down and not get caught quite as many times towards this late game, Rise was scaling insanely, like more than the Yi was scaling. Yi was going in and just dying there at the end of the game, whereas Rise was pumping out the DPS.
Sounds like my solo queue game.
I want to see the damage chart here at the end just to see. Like, look at the damage that Rise did there. Like, they were getting dominated for most of the game, but Rise damage, especially as what he was able to do late, was nuts. But they weren't able to stall the game out long enough, or they put themselves behind a little too much early that they weren't able to get to the late game they needed to. Give it another 3 or 4 minutes, get to 35 minutes in the game, and I think they honestly would have had a chance, but they got themselves 3 inhibbed, and while, yes, you've got the Rise, you've got a misfortune to try and wave clear, you can't wave clear and try and kill all of their beefy people at the same time. So valiant effort from Literal Team coming in at the end of the game, but real good job from S10 for just putting on a clinic in the early game of, you know, how to play your lane and play to your advantages, and just kind of steamroll the game.
Right. So the results. So I sent a straw poll in for MVP game 2. Again, the first game MVP was Need to Steal, and we're gonna wait about a couple of minutes until we can process the game with the casters. For you guys to vote. So anyone, please, everyone, whoever is in the chat, please vote. So let's talk real quick. Who do you think the MVP is?
In that game, I mean, that's tough. I honestly, I kind of want to give it to Revan. Honestly, like,
Revan, why would you say that?
yeah, just because it snowballed the early game so well. I felt like in the bot lane had several good outplays, was just stunning people left and right. Was able to get. I mean, the Yi came bot several times and got some kills there. I think was just able to snowball, did really well in some of those fights, just surviving. Once again, I was talking about at the beginning of the game the
Mhm.
power of Stone Plate and just how tanky you become when you go in. And it's such an inexpensive item, and especially the support can get it. Like, but it was playing it so well early. Obviously, wasn't the I wouldn't say it was the star of the late game by any means, but definitely had a couple clutch plays, had a couple nice ultimates to just stop any engage that was happening onto them.
Yep.
And it's like, yes, you have Mudkips with a great score line, did really well, was able to pump out some damage, get some kills. You had Mula Steel do the same, and you had Scion be a beefy front line for them. But I think Revan did a good job keeping that early game there, and actually helping to get those kills. Because yeah, Master Yi is not going to be able to secure those kills on his own. It's going to
No.
take some CC. It's going to take some extra plays to help out. So I think Revan got him to that early game point, which just set them on a warpath.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. And
I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong or if it's supposed to be different.
yeah, the thing about that is there's a lot of factors here to play around with, right? So in terms of lane management, I'm gonna have to give it to the bot lane, of course, because they were pretty dominant in bot lane, and you couldn't really even get remotely close to the team. Otherwise, you just insta die. As you see, literally Keegan would get insta bursted by Leona passive and silver damage at level 4. You couldn't really do anything about that. But in terms of the overall impact in the game, Yuta still had a little bit going, but unfortunately, towards the end of the game, couldn't really be
So it's pronounced Revan,
Revan.
like Riven, but Revan.
You know what? I'm just gonna call everyone into weird syllables. The Revan. Sorry about that. But yeah, in terms of that,
Sweet.
there's a lot of different factor into it. Fruit and Penguin just doing so much damage as well. With
We'll have to give
Mudkips.
I will say I will have to give a good shout out to in the mid game. There was a bunch of clutch RA charms coming in by Mudkips. I gotta
Yeah.
say that because yeah, like there was I do remember a couple like around the Dragon Pit. There was a couple nice charm plays in there and that easily secured a kill.
It has to be either Revan or Mudkips for me too. I'll give it to Revan. Support doesn't get enough love in this game mode.
Agreed.
So let me go ahead and give it to Revan. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the poll at 12:30. So those who haven't voted, go ahead and keep voting until a minute left. But that being said, when we're waiting for the second MVP, let's go ahead and bring Dio the Steel into the play of the game 2 chat. So I'll bring you down, Opie and Parker, so you don't have to do anything, okay? All right, fantastic. So right now it's 12:30, and let me see. I believe it's Mudkips. Let me double check though. It is Mudkips with 6 votes, and the 2 of them going to be Van. All right, let's
Revan.
go ahead and get in here. Get in here, John. Let's get your interview time. It's your time to shine. Where is John, by the way?
Oh, Johnny boy.
He's in our team chat.
Well, tell him to get over here. Or actually, I can drag him.
There we go.
Oh well, I didn't say that. Hello, John. Thanks for coming on the chat on your own without me having to move you. Congratulations.
I heard my name, so.
Say my name,
So-
say my name.
Congratulations to you guys at season 10 at Hartley Nor. You guys played 2 games fantastically, and so did literally Team Name as well. But the you guys had really snowballed both of the games incredibly hard. Ended up being the really entertaining games to watch for both games. That being said, we have our MVP of game 1, Neo the Steel, and MVP of the game 2, Mudkips. How are you guys feeling right now?
Feel pretty good. We
I think we just have had a really, really strong season. We're really gelling as a team, and we're starting to get a little silly in comms with the season winding down. And I think we're now 14-2, and feeling like the regular season has been good to us. So next couple of weeks we'll probably try to tighten it back up, moving into playoffs and get things back on track. But felt pretty good. Felt pretty good tonight.
Good. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. How about you, Mudkips? How about you, John?
Yeah, I agree with everything Neil said. We can get a bit silly at times, but I mean, we always like to keep comms like loose. We don't want to we need to focus on the game, but I don't want to tell people, hey, you can't have fun, or make a joke here and there.
Mhm.
But definitely, if it gets out of hand, we'll discuss it and get back onto it. But yeah, it was really good games tonight. Especially after a week where we didn't practice at all. We played early last week,
Oh, show
so
off.
it's been probably a week and a half since we played.
Yeah, 9-10 days. Yeah.
But it's just
I mean,
something
some of these guys played Clash last weekend, but I unfortunately
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
make
true.
it,
We
so.
did play Clash. I forgot about that. So never mind. Yeah, we did play. Forgot Neil doesn't love us and didn't
It's
join
not
us for that.
playoffs. You haven't won anything yet.
I never
That's
said
true.
we won anything.
Revan
that's true.
did.
I mean, you won these
Revan, you
games.
stop it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So
It's
what
okay.
we're gonna
Popo
do?
can still throw. Remember that.
Oh,
What we're gonna
100%.
do
For all you new kids.
is I'm gonna have a question. OP's gonna have a question, and I'm gonna have Parker have a question as well to ask you guys. So it'll be one question each, and we'll see on the chat if there's any additional questions. But that being said, everyone in stream who are watching as well as you guys, Parker is our resident new streamer who were more than willing to help out today for today's stream. We had a little bit of technical difficulty at first, but we figured it out. So next time he streams, should not be a problem at all. Today was just a test run, so I think he did
we
great.
appreciate it a lot. I know it was definitely
Yes.
there's definitely some stress when you're going into a game trying to figure out everything going on, and we appreciate the effort put in.
Yeah, and
because not
Thank you so
everybody
much, Parker.
can
Yes.
stream.
yeah, and
not
props
everybody
to
can
props
stream,
to
so
him. 'cause
last
he,
minute doing it, it's great.
Thank you
Yeah,
all
props
for
to him, though.
inviting me
So-
in. I appreciate the patience and everything, and it
course,
was
yeah.
an awesome game to watch.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I mean, you took the initiative to come find us in our team chat before the game started to find out what you needed to do and all that. So I mean, that's good on you. So
that's better than
Yeah.
a lot of us symphonian. Cough, cough. No shade. A lot of people can stream, but they choose not to. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, we got a I was a customer. I'm at work. I got the a question asking why ye.
So we got kind of lucky in game one. No jungle bans came in the first phase, and I think that was the first game this season where that's happened. So it was an insta snap on the Kane. For game two, the Kane ban comes through, and then the new first pick comes through for literal team name. And normally, what we would do there is snap up the Warwick, because the Warwick's been very, very strong for me this season. But was just feeling something a little bit different. Yi plays really well into Nunu. So we figured we'd give it a shot, and we were kind of planning out a run Adam comp already anyway, with Sivir still up, so just made sense.
I see. So, Opie, you got any question?
Yeah. So, how does it feel to have an 80 carry who just stomped but still can't get MVP?
all right. You don't have to end this career, dude. Stop the pod. Stop the pod.
Good thing he already went to bed.
Okay,
because
to
he would
be
blowing
fair,
up chats right now.
he got MVP last week because Neil missed a smite. So he's had his chance to
I
get
mean,
MVP.
Neil is Mr. Steal Your Drag, so
Okay, he got the drag. I
if
saw
he
that.
lost it, then it was because you guys started it.
To be fair, I missed the smite to my own team. Wasn't even like
He missed the smite to a Gen 4th shot. And so therefore
Okay.
Cody got
To be fair, I don't
be
think
fair.
not many smites can beat Gen 4 shot, even at level 3.
Gen 4 shot, yeah.
Yeah, like Gen 4 shot level 3. You know how much damage it does if it's like low HP? It does about like 900 HP.
It was pretty rough, but the comms were, hey, get it to this level so I can smite it. And of course, our cheeky ADC bullshitting with me, so he 4-shot it. And
Whoa, this is a family stream, by the way.
sorry,
Yeah. How dare
he
you?
was
You should.
Get wrecked.
messing with me.
Yeah, hacking language, dude.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry everyone. Sorry,
How
children.
dare you? Mm-mm.
Up at
Anyways.
12:30.
Parker, got any question?
I don't really have anything to contribute to the game, but Coke or
We're open
Pepsi,
to.
guys.
I'd say
Oh,
Coke.
This is a real question.
So I have some input on that. Coke is the better cola product, but Pepsi has the better all other products.
I
Okay.
can agree with
Mountain
that.
Dew for the
I
win.
can agree with that.
Although Dr. Pepper is very good,
I'd
but
say
Mountain
Dr.
Dew for
Pepper
the
as
win.
well if it was an option.
Don't have
All
much
right.
Yeah.
to contribute.
I think for me, it's probably just I don't know, because I like Diet Coke because I drink mainly Diet Pops, and I like Diet Coke better than I do Diet Pepsi.
Ooh.
Like the regular one, I like Pepsi. I like the regular Pepsi better.
Dude, I just like Mountain
So.
Dew Baja Blast, dude.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, you
Taco
can't.
Bell.
The ultimate gaming fuel and Taco Bell hours. I actually might go to Taco Bell's right now. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. Anyways,
It's time for fourth meal, buddy.
4. But my question for you guys. So as we move forward, and we're approaching the finals, or the playoff pretty soon, and you said you guys mentioned you guys are pretty confident about going into these games. So about today, what do you think that needs to happen, to maybe improve your team, or what do you think went really well today?
We need to close out games.
Agreed.
In the appropriate manner that you would expect. We tend to dilly dally a little bit toward the end of games, especially when we're ahead. Game 2 tonight was the second game this season where we've fed a lot of gold into the enemy team at their fountain, essentially.
Mhm.
No reason for that nonsense other than entertainment value for people watching the stream. So we just need to lock things up. We get pretty massive leads at 10 to 20 minutes. I think we have the best Rift Herald percentage of any team, gold or red
Ooh.
division.
Flexing.
We just need to capitalize on those advantages and end the game.
How about the something you did good today?
We did.
Yeah,
I will
go ahead,
say
John.
in terms of that, we did pretty good about saying, okay, we're feeding. Let's not feed anymore at the Nexus. Because the last time it happened, we did it like 3 or 4 more times, and then realized we shouldn't do it. So we're improving. Other good things we did is just our map movements in general. Like especially like I think it was first drag, maybe it was second. Tyler rotating down, covering a wave mid while I backed to get an item advantage, and then all of us collapsing there on that fight at the dragon there. It didn't go super well at the beginning, but then I got some additional picks at the end. So I think just our overall like map transition into objectives has been really, really good, especially in these last 2 games.
Yeah.
I think the draft game 2 shows some really good improvement as well. This is a comp. We really haven't ran these champions together at all, and it really does show that we have a really wide champion pool. And if you want to ban out Caitlyn, you want to ban out Kane, you want to ban out Tyler's Mordekaiser, we have things to respond, and we have comps that run outside of what our typical bans are. So we have a lot in the champion pool area there.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your time. It's pretty getting pretty late, so I don't want to keep everyone in here. We all got things to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna start closing the stream. So that was literally team name versus season 10. Season 10 took it by the storm with 2-0 strong victory. Once again, game MVP was Need to Steal. Game 2 MVP was Mudkips, and we're gonna have more games in the future. So we're gonna go ahead. We're approaching the finals and the off season soon. So hopefully everyone's are in Pay Me at FCS for updates for the games like that. But that being said, thank you guys for watching. My name is Hansu Rilu, and joining me is OP, as well as the is it Abyssian?
Abyssinia.
I was pretty close. I was only one letter off. Parker. I'll just call you Parker.
Yep.
And that being said, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Have a wonderful rest of the night. Peace.
All right.